Hello y'all, welcome back to the Rune level 94 Somber 9 build that I've just been running a lot because I've been enjoying this bracket and level. Um, I think based on when the order of these goes up last time, you'll be like, me dealing with a bunch of gankers and everyone, because everyone sometimes has rough days with invasions, and there I meant to use gravitas to try and pull them off, but I'm just like, uh-oh. And now I have to run. The iron cleaver is solid. The charged heavy just like we're charging forward is just great. But this video is just a bunch of like really solid fights, whether it's on like organic invasion, some impromptu duels. We're having a good time. Yeah, because some days the invasions are bad, some days the invasions are good. Sometimes you get that piercing fang, and then the and then you say hi to the say hi to the phantom. Yeah, I hopefully you guys aren't sick of this build because I love it. And here we've got another good fight. This time it's just against Ardovis and his friend. So we have Celian Vagabond. It's a intelligence strength build in cosplay, and here the armor set that I'm using here, well, it doesn't really matter for the bosses that much, but I have, I think, at least 51 poise, because what that does is you can, like, before they made the change to like hyper armor, you could like passive poise like smaller PvE enemy attacks at 51 poise, which is really helpful against like tiny dogs, the guys with daggers and stuff. In here, both of us are just doing our jobs, and I think I mentioned in the last one, it's like you don't necessarily. Sometimes like changing up who you're fighting can be a really powerful tool in a PvP 2v2, but for this, like, just unless someone's in like real trouble, just take your Crucible Knight, in this case I'm trusting my host to at least not die to Ordovis, and I'm just doing my best to, like, because I'm technically disposable in terms of yeah, so we're just doing what I can to clear out the Crucible Knight, so that way the two of us together can take on Ordovis. And I think because I was so aggressive there, it allowed the aggro switch, so Ordovis didn't follow up the host. And just a really nice, clean Crucible Bros fight. Like, GG host. Yeah, and hopefully I'm just going to keep acquiring a lot of just like varying boss co-op fights for you guys to see, with tons of different hosts with different builds and just lots of good fun. Here, this is a random impromptu honor duel, even though it didn't really even start as an honor duel, against Ruby Cinderheart. What a name, what a setup. Dual duelist head battle hammers, just and incantations. Like, what a build. So we're just like slugging this out with heavy weapons, and it's just cool. Here I have a frost infused Troll's Golden Greatsword and Stamp Sweep. Since it hits twice and there's such a high frost buildup, that I can use potentially proc frost with the Ash of War, and that's like 3 just really solid hits. And here they're going for Placiduous Axe's Ruin. I think they try and go for it again, but they're out of FP. But that was just a solid slugfest. Sorry about my chair making some noise there. And here we have an actual, like, yes, they're a bonfire duelist, but this person actually knows, like, they're nice, they're not great ruined up. And here we do the classic, we've played too many FromSoft games and we just run. So I like this host. They've got the Banished Knight stuff, but they're like they're the most honest katana user you have that you've seen. And every once in a while, even when you're experienced at PvP, you just run into someone who's just more skilled at spacing and tech stuff. Like they've got their ravioli steps down, which is a backstep, a reverse backstep, or you backstep towards the opponent and then do the backstep attack to like close a lot of distance. So they're doing great, and I'm just slugging away with this Y hand there and doing my best to try and take care of things, but they got it. GG host, that was just a solid fight. Yeah, like hyper armor is good, but sometimes you just get some sometimes fast weapons if you space properly can also do really well. Now this person, I don't know if they're bonfire dueling, if they're attempting to do like, I don't know what their thing was, but they've got a single Naginata instead of just going for like the dual bleed status setup. So like good on them for like their samurai set. But I say I don't know what exactly they're doing because later they try and heal. And so I don't know if they're trying to honor duel or if they're just doing a Tanner's Tongue run, and I just caught them kind of near where a bonfire was. But like they know their stuff, and unfortunately for them, that heal was by far more punished than vulgar militia shotel finish, because it's really good. So GG host. That was a nice, fun little short duel. Yeah, when the invasions are good, the invasions are good. And I know that the armor is changing this because I'm taking these clips from a couple days of invading, and here I'm gonna attempt to go save my friend the putrid avatar from certain death. However, the putrid avatar faints. No, I'm not playing Pokemon right now. He's just dead. And this guy is funny. He's just like, you. And he's just like, all right, we're going to fight. I'm just like, okay, cool. We're going to fight. Let's do this. There's a ledge there. You might want to be careful. But in this invasion, towards the end of it, I have some awesome new tech to show off. And he's just like, oh no, there's a Crystallion there. Well, technically the putrid mage Crystallions are scary. If you get hit with Crystal Torrent, you can get wrecked. Unfortunately, actually I hit this guy even off the stairs with the shotel, which is great. Because usually stairs are the bane. And you see here, I'm just like, uh-oh, he's summoning his friend back. So I'm just like, alright, this has got to end quickly, because, yeah. Alright, but here comes an amazing true combo that I found. Isn't that great? You can true combo Piercing Fang straight into a disconnect. just accept your deaths, everybody. Now this is just a really good organic invasion in the Shaded Castle. I just trimmed out some walking because it just took me a while to find these guys and figure out where they were. And I think they were just like on the outside of the castle. So we've got a 3-man. We've got a mage, we've got a faith user, and another faith user, because Vike Spear does require an amount of faith. But they're playing much more like the melee style. So here I'm just like, oh, I don't want to get blendered because they've got some ranged options. And if you backstep through the sludge, you can actually get through a bit faster. And here here I have the Gravitas Iron Cleaver because I want to try and pull one of them off the ledge. However, they already decided to just come down, so I'm just like, okay, time to head over to the Royal Revenant, one of my absolutely terrible if you're on the host Phantom side, your best friend if you're an invader. And then there I got hit with collapsing stars, I believe, by the host. So I'm just like, okay, time to run very far, run very fast, because my friend is over here. And my friend has many limbs. And here, like, just the heavy on that does so much damage, and you just cover so much distance with the charge. It's great. I don't think it's like, for a little while there was a meme of it was like Royal Knights resolve into that charged heavy to just like one shot people, and it was hilarious because like it was relatively avoidable, but it was like difficult timing. And here I am like the Mushroom Phantom goes for a heal, I think, to try and save the Blasphemous Blade Phantom, but the Blasphemous Blade Phantom is down, and a 1v2 is much easier than a 1v3. And here, because I have Piercing Fang, I know I can go through the shields, so I'm not as concerned, and here, just because of they just kind of jumped into it. Alright, and now it's down to just the host. And they've got a lot of FP, which means take a guess at how much health they have. If you guessed less than 800, you'd be correct. Granted, that's a lot of the times when I ask people to guess that it ends up being less than 800, but hey, it's silly and fun. Oh, and here, I am, again, just doing some co-op. I have a low health host. We're low on flasks because they didn't have boluses for poison, and also got Scarlet Rotted by a Clean Rot Knight. So I'm worried. Because Almer is, he hits like a truck. However, actually, I have more PvP footage with this person later in the prayer room that I'm gonna show, not in this video, but in a different one. So, like, good on them for just like running through whatever game, probably New Game Plus at this level iteration. Now, seeing that they were using the dragon spells, I threw the fire pot so we can try and reset the frost for extra burst damage. And I don't remember if we get it, but thankfully Lilith knows to stay back and let the melee character be in the boss's face for a clean fight, despite being low on a lot of flasks. GG, friend. That was a good, clean boss fight. In here, we've got another boss fight, except this time I'm on the side of the boss. And at first, I'm going to be playing protect the golem, because this guy, even though he can hit me, is a really great artillery support. I don't know if, yeah, that guy's just going to, he wasn't trying to emote, he's just trying to put fire on his gugs. I love just the distant catch from Piercing Fang, and I'm just like, Golem, no, I'm gonna save you. So I probably should have just went for the host there, but I was, yeah, I wanted to save my Golem. And now I have a White Mask Phantom after me. A White Mask Bleed Phantom. Who could have predicted this? However, I have the Draconic Tree Sentinel on my side. Even though he can hit me exactly as hard as he can hit them. But he's my friend, and he's not targeting me. but nice to have like Lion's Claw on Great Stars. Like that is pretty crazy. And yeah, Draconic Tree Sentinel does not mess around. So you want to make sure that you have close to full, like you don't want to be low health anywhere anywhere on this fight. Oh yeah, I forgot why I had the Iron Cleaver here, but yeah, unfortunately it doesn't have as much reach as Alabaster Lord's pull, because if I had Alabaster Lords there, if I was running in build, that probably would have been over in here. They're trying to run away. Bloodhound Step is not what it used to be. I can chase you. Please don't use Bloodhound Step like more than once, and then just that Phantom hit. That would have been so good. But here I'm being smart, remembering, hey, there's a Phantom and he's a bleed guy, and also Eleonora's pole blades. Ashley Ward just kind of shreds this patch with the hyper armor changes. And my workhorse, probably an absolutely mediocre halberd that I always just go to because it does work for me. Like I should just like make a highlight video of why this halberd is the best halberd, even though it isn't. I know that it's not, but it just feels good. It works. The blocking, just the pierce through blocks just feels so good. Now here we're just waiting for a little bit because I'm just like, and the host makes the mistake of aggroing Draconic Tree Sentinel, because Draconic Tree Sentinel, I'd say, kind of makes this a 3v2, except I can still get hit by my friends. I'm giving Draconic Tree Sentinel 2 invaders worth of 2 invaders worth of credit here, and that pursuit range, just, I don't even hit him with fan knives. Draconic Tree Sentinel just obliterates that Phantom. And the host does like run to like clearer ground, but they don't like try and like run all the way back to the Grace site. They just come over here where the Tree Sentinel won't aggro them. I don't know if they were just like trying to run around the bridge or not. But here we are. We're gonna fight. The Greatsword, Ultra Greatsword versus the Iron Greatsword in Vulgar Militia Shotel. Yeah, like because I know like sometimes it can be irritating for like when players like run or be like super passive, but like this guy, he just went to clear ground. He didn't back, like once he was out of also being in the boss fight, he's just in it. GG host, like way to stand your ground. Like that is applaudable. Now here, as the title of the video alluded to, we've got a Radahn squad, and pay very close attention to the host's health. Yeah, this is going to be a scary one, isn't it? Because 2 arrows and that host is down. So here I am, I'm just charging Radahn as quickly as possible so he doesn't continue to shoot the host, and I'm just like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Have an army of NPCs fight him. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, I guess an army of NPCs and a Kamadazer mage. And hey, there's patches. And did you know that patches sticks around for about 30 seconds. Because I don't know, I guess we'll see it in a second whether or not. Yeah, Patches returns to their world. Comet as their mage does not have more than 1,000 health and is down. Radon still has 2/3 of his health. He's cutting through these NPCs. I just got the Frost, and he's now about to do the big meteor attack, which is terrifying because even I would probably still get one shot by that, and it's going to clear out some NPCs. It would definitely one shot the host. And down go the NPCs. And now Radon has even more projectiles. He's angry. And here I'm using darn it, I'm forgetting, but it's the Viper Claws because it inflicts deadly poison. It's got good build up, and it can be heavy infused and still inflict the poison for more damage. So I know that that frost buildup was hard fought to get to proc once, and it's going to be harder to do it a second time. So I'm just hoping maybe if I get poison on Radon, that he'll just take some extra damage while he is running around with Leonard, you know, on the field. But he's just so big that it's sometimes just hard to hit him. And now that he's got poison, it's time to throw some rocks. It's time to hit him with a greatsword. It's time to pray that those don't hit the host. As Radon obliterates more NPCs. And we did it. The Festival of Combat is won, and I hope you guys enjoyed all of the wonderful fights that this video had to offer, and have a great day everybody, and I'll catch you in the next one.